This urban legend was never meant to be told out loud. Some stories, you see, they gain power when you speak them. They find new ears, new minds to haunt. But you're here now, so I suppose it's too late. It always starts on a night like this, late. The city has finally exhaled, leaving behind empty streets and the hum of sleeping power lines. I was driving home, taking a shortcut I knew like the back of my hand. Balete Drive. Everyone knows the stories, of course. We grew up with them. Ghost stories told to keep kids home after dark. Just stories. The drive was quiet. Streetlights cast long, skeletal shadows from the old Balete trees that lined the road. Their branches twisted together overhead, forming a dark, leafy tunnel. It was peaceful, almost beautiful. The only sound was the low rumble of my car's engine. I had the windows down, enjoying the cool night air. That's when I first noticed it. The cold. Not just a drop in temperature, but a deep, biting chill that seemed to seep right into my bones. I shivered and rolled up the windows, chalking it up to the late hour. But the cold stayed. It felt like an open freezer door, a pocket of winter trapped inside my car. I kept driving. The houses on either side were dark, their windows like vacant eyes. The road stretched on, straight and empty. I checked my rearview mirror. Nothing but the road behind me, illuminated by my taillights. I glanced at my side mirror, empty. Then the rearview again, still empty. That was the moment I realized something was wrong. In the reflection of my rearview mirror, I could see the back seat of my car perfectly. The worn fabric, a stray receipt on the floor. But something was missing. Me. I could see the road ahead through the windshield, the dashboard, the steering wheel. But my own reflection wasn't there. My hands on the wheel weren't there. It was like I was invisible. My heart started to pound a slow, heavy rhythm against my ribs. I told myself it was a trick of the light, an odd angle. I focused on the road, my knuckles white on the steering wheel. The cold intensified. It was so cold now, I could see my breath fogging in the air. The engine sputtered. The headlights flickered once, twice, then held steady. I risked another glance in the rearview mirror. This time, the back seat wasn't empty. She was there, sitting directly behind me. I didn't see her face, just a cascade of long, dark hair and the stark white of her dress. She was perfectly still. The air grew colder still, thick with an unnatural silence. My radio, which had been off, crackled to life with a burst of static, then went dead. The silence that followed was heavier than before. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. The silence wasn't an absence of sound. It was a presence. It was her. My foot pressed harder on the accelerator. The car felt sluggish, heavy. I didn't dare look in the mirror again. I just drove faster and faster. The old trees became a blur. The streetlights streaked by, but the cold was still with me, inside me. Then I saw it, the end of the road, the familiar intersection that would lead me back to the main, well-lit thoroughfare. Relief washed over me, so powerful it almost made me dizzy. I was almost out, almost safe. I made the turn, leaving the dark tunnel of trees behind. The bright lights of the city felt like a sunrise. The oppressive silence broke, replaced by the distant sound of traffic. I pulled over to the side of the road, my body trembling. The cold was gone. The air in the car was warm and stale again. I finally found the courage to look in the rearview mirror. The back seat was empty. Of course it was. My own tired, terrified face stared back at me. I was there. My reflection had returned. It was over. A story I could tell my friends, a thrill to laugh about later. But as I sat there, catching my breath, a memory surfaced. A forgotten detail from years ago. Another late night, another quiet road. A sudden, inexplicable chill that made me roll up my car windows. A cold so deep it felt like an open freezer door. I'd forgotten all about it until now. I didn't see her that first time, but she saw me. She's been waiting, and this time she got in the car. This wasn't the first time I'd driven down her road. It was just the first time I noticed her. Follow and subscribe for more stories like these from the shadows of history.